What's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to Grayson Media Inc. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe across all platforms. Enjoy the show. Grayson out.
Hello, good evening. Welcome, audience. My name is Grayson, and welcome to Grayson Politics Live, a Grayson Media Inc. production where we talk about facts, transparency, and accountability. I'm going to introduce my guest before I bring her up, Tiffany Jones. And hold on one moment. Before I do, I'm just going to play a little disclaimer and commercial, and then we're going to go straight to the interview. All right, let's see.
This is Grayson Politics Live. I'm Grayson, built on facts, transparency, accountability. Like, follow, and subscribe. Support on Cash App and Zelle. This is Grayson Politics Live. I'm Grayson, built on facts, transparency, accountability. Like, follow, and subscribe. Support on Cash App and Zelle.
Okay, I am back. Let me bring my guest up. Good evening.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
That's great.
And so Tiffany, we welcome you to Grayson Politics Live, first of all. The floor is yours. Please introduce yourself to the audience and tell us, about yourself, and then we'll get into the questions.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me and hosting me. I really appreciate it so much. My name is Tiffany Jones. I'm running for Central Committee in Baltimore City District 45. I am a daughter of Baltimore City. I've been living in East Baltimore my whole life and just dedicated to my community. I have been a public safety advisory member for Baltimore City, where we connect the police to our community and make sure that issues are being heard. I've been a food equity advisor for Department of Planning, where we connected the grocery stores in the community together, try to see what the community needs were as far as food equity. I've worn many hats throughout my career, my personal career. I've been a housekeeper at a local hospital to investigating EEOC cases. So I've done a bit of everything in my career. Also working in television for a while. So I have experience with a little bit of everything. And I just really appreciate my community and what it's done for me. And I want to serve my community and give back to it. So. Okay. And also, let me just mention this. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Go right ahead. The floor is yours.
I'm sorry. As far as I do want to mention, I've been a part of Emerge Maryland, where they help women run for office. She Should Run. They also help women run for office and do community work. I am a graduate from Mervo. I have my bachelor's degree from Morgan State University and a master's degree from the University of Baltimore. And I'm currently in the works of getting my PhD. So I am a mother, a daughter, sister, a wife, a neighbor, and a friend. So thank you so much.
Perfect. Let's get into the questions. What does being a lifelong East Baltimore resident mean to you?
What it means to me is really just appreciating people, taking care of people, serving people. I grew up in a house full of servers. Like my mother worked at the hospital, and my father, he built cars, like built trucks. And not only that, he was a member of his church, and he would serve with his church, like bring groceries to the families. And we had people bringing groceries to us too, because we didn't have much. And that's what it means to me, is serving, helping each other, making sure we're all good, listening to each other. That's how I was raised. How I was raised was that our neighbors looked out for us. And even still now, our neighbors look out for us. I have a neighbor now that makes sure I'm home at a certain time. And if I'm not, she's gonna give me a call, and that's how it is in our district. We still have that going. So what it means to me is serving and helping people, listening to people, and being able to raise my daughter in this environment, but also create a better environment for her.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of community now. It takes a village, as they say, and I appreciate that and love that. I wish we had that more up here in Jersey where I'm based. But yes, I love that.
What part of Jersey? I'm sorry, what part of Jersey?
I'm in Jersey City.
Okay.
But I'm familiar with the Maryland area in as I like to say, in my former life.
Mm-hmm.
I used to live down in Maryland, in a little southern of you, in the Greenbelt, Riverdale, Prince George County area.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a little familiar with the state.
Mm-hmm.
Walk us through your background in public safety and food equity work.
So in public safety, what can I say? Like right now, I'm part of the Public Safety Advisory Commission. Like I said, we talk to like the police and connect them with the community. But also, I have worked as how can I say? It's like a investigator where I investigated like police misconduct cases. So I got to learn a lot about how the community feels towards policing by, going through my cases and being a part of the Public Safety Advisory Commission. Well, we call it PSAC. Being a part of PSAC, I've gotten to learn a lot about the relationship and try to figure out ways how to build that relationship, like make it stronger. And like right now, we have the police coming out to our community meetings, which is good, and that helps build the camaraderie, and people now, like, they're starting to. I think the relationship has gotten a little better, even though, of course, we still hear about police misconduct. But I think that the work that a lot of the organizations been doing in the city is helping. But I've, investigated police misconduct cases as the resident food equity advisor. Sorry, my phone.
No, you good.
What we did was go into communities and speak to the store owners, and we were able to understand like what they were feeling and how they could make their businesses better. A lot of them felt like they needed more money so they can have a better storefront, or they couldn't provide better groceries or food, like more healthier food, because they couldn't afford it. And then some felt there was a struggle with the safety and environment. Like they went through vandalism and robberies, and that keeps us from having some stores and stuff too. So we're in East Baltimore. We don't really have any grocery stores. We used to, but we don't really. Well, I would say this: growing up, we had like 3 grocery stores. I remember we had Super Pride, Stop Shop and Save, and Murray's. And right now, I think we still probably have Mary's, but the grocery stores are gone. We were able to walk to those stores. They were walkable. To the grocery store, it was walkable. Unless we had a lot of groceries, we had to catch a hack home or something. But for the most part, we could walk. But right now, we have no grocery stores that's walkable distances. Like people have to travel outside of the district to get healthy food, and that shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like that. So what we were working on was ways to figure out first, what was going on, and see how we can change that, bring grocery stores in. And also when you bring stores in, make sure they're hiring within the community, because it doesn't make sense that you're making money from our community and don't hire in our community. So we wanted to make sure that was happening as well.
Yes, that makes big sense. So on the community policing part, I'm a big proponent of that. Of course, you're gonna have some, unfortunately, some bad apples in the police department. But the community policing is very important. Having them come to the meeting, your town halls and stuff like that is very important. And then yes, hiring within, hiring to make the community better, getting jobs for the people that are supporting your business is very important.
Right.
Um, let's talk about District 45. What are the biggest challenges residents are facing right now?
I think our challenges are similar to every other place, whether it's crime, um, like mostly with the young people. Young people are committing the crimes, like especially like robberies and carjackings. So we go through that. People need jobs, you know. In Baltimore, what you would see a lot, and I would say I honestly really never understood it like that. Is like guys standing on the corner, kids standing on the corner, and no one's really doing anything. They need things to do. They need jobs, jobs, um, affordable housing, like we said before, like food equity, and I already said public safety and education. We have some good schools, but our schools, like in Baltimore City, period, is struggling. We don't invest enough in our schools. The same problems that we had when I was in elementary school is still the same problems, and that shouldn't be either. We should. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. I don't know where the money goes. The reason why kids don't have heating and air. We had those same issues when we were kids. And not only that, some of the kids, I mean, some of the schools are like outdated, so it need to be fixed up. Need to be, so we go through that, but I think we have the same issues like any other community. Healthcare, I believe in free healthcare, um, and that's the stuff we need. Like our seniors definitely need support because many of them, not that long ago, were dropped from their insurances. And my parents was one of them. With two of them were dropped from their insurances, and we had to struggle and figure out, you know, what to do with them, like how to help them. And it happened to a lot of seniors in our district. So those are the struggles that we have, like right now.
Understood. And public safety is a major issue. What specific solutions would you push for if elected?
Okay, so I want to make it clear first.
Mhm.
Central Committee, we do like voter registration, support the Democratic Party. We help do appointments. So if someone passes away or someone just leaves the position, we help fill those positions. So we're
Mhm.
not legislators. So I want to make that clear.
Gotcha.
Some people be thinking like we're legislators, and like no, but we support the legislators.
Mm.
So, and we support the party. So what we can do, you said, for public safety is
Mhm.
help get people involved, like, create more town halls. I think we should have more town halls in the district. We do have them, um, but it's not, a lot. We need to have more town halls on like know your rights, things like that. Town halls for even like how to, like, people with disability, how people with disability can handle crimes when things happen, like when the police, approaches them, things like that. Um,
Gotcha.
we should just get the public, the residents, more involved and connect them to our legislators and public safety um, officials, and make sure that that they know what's going on. Like that they know their issues, that they know the residents' issues. So bring them to the table. Like they say, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. You know, and sometimes you could be at the table and still be on the menu, but still you want to know what's going on in the room. And so that's what we need to do is to our job is to connect our community with the officials, with the people in charge, and just let them know, build relationships so their issues can go to the top. I hope that made sense.
No, that definitely makes sense, because my next question was going to be, so for full transparency, as we like to say here, I not last week, the week before, I had a gentleman by the name of Deontay Edwards who is running for
Yes.
in West Baltimore. I'm sure you're familiar with him, in District 40, and for state delegate. And so he very great young man, and he's on the west side of Baltimore. And so yes, I'm sure if you both elected, you both will be working with each other, in cohesion to, for the betterment of, even though it's different districts still.
Oh no, we all still work together, especially like in Central Committee. All the districts are together as like one body, and it's very small. Baltimore City is very small, so everyone kind of know everyone, even though they might say they don't. They do. But I do have to say something about. I saw his interview, and it was really good. I was very impressed. Very good interview. But I have to say he was a little wrong about something.
Oh, go ahead. No, go right ahead, because we like to talk about. See, below my head, we like to talk about facts, and so
I'm about to say a fact. So District 40 is not the heart of Baltimore. It's District 45. District 45 have everything going on. It's us. So it's not District 40. No disrespect to any of them, but it's District 45. We had it popping in our district.
Got you.
So it's us. We the heart of Baltimore.
Got you. I'll be sure. I'm sure when he watches this, he'll definitely probably concur or agree to this.
He was very good though. Like that was a really good interview. Like I was very impressed.
He's a great guy, and so you're great as well. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Your mission centers around empowering voters. Explain that in your words. About voter engagement in your community.
Like I said before, it's like creating opportunities for our residents to connect with those that are serving them. Canvassing more, hitting these doors, talking to people, seeing what's going on. Also, what I like to do, what I've done before, is get the youth involved. The youth have worked with me on campaigns, and on all those campaigns we won because they're very good. Like these young people are so smart, and I feel like sometimes we look at all this bad stuff, and then you kind of think the whole group is like that, and that's not true. We got some very bright, wonderful kids all over the Baltimore City, but specifically District 45. We have some great kids, and they're very smart. They work very hard, and what we need to be doing is building them up to lead, making sure they're able to lead our community. Because the one thing I'll say I don't like is an outsider coming in telling me about my district. You can't tell me about where I grew up at. You can't do it. I'm sorry. So we need to be raising our kids for these positions so they're able to lead and take over things and, just teach them. But, I definitely want to just get people more involved, have more voter engagement, and just hear what is bothering people. What do they need? What do people really need? And I don't think we're listening enough in this country. I don't think we're listening enough. And I think that's how, and I hope it's okay for me to say this, I think that's how Trump won, because there's not enough listening going on and hearing people out. As soon as you give a different opinion, people all over you, So we got to listen to people and hear what they're saying and try to understand where they're coming from so we can get them to vote. and make sure that we're connecting their vote to their everyday life, because it's a connection. Everything, where it's you know, bad schools or the food equity issue and healthcare issue, everything comes down to your vote. And they try to say it doesn't matter, but it does. That's why they try so hard to keep you from voting.
Yep.
Because it does make a difference, and we have to get our community buy-in, and have people understand how it connects to their life. And I can understand how people don't feel it sometimes, because what I've been told, knocking doors, is like, why vote when every time I come outside, I see the same thing. It's the same thing. No matter what administration it is, it's the same thing. And people have to understand, like, in order for it to change, you have to get involved. It can change. Your view of outside, whatever it is you walking outdoors to, can change. But it needs your participation. It needs your body. You need to put your all into it to make those changes. Work with your legislators, work with these public safety people, work in the community to make the changes that you want to see, because it is possible for it to change.
Great answer. How will you remain accountable to District 45 voters if elected?
I think I'm always kind of like, to be honest, like, you always have someone calling you up, telling you what you need to do, or maybe asking you for something or telling you what you need to do. And honestly, I have a great family, and that hold me accountable all the time. But I think that it's just me holding myself accountable, knowing what I need to do, being a mother, knowing that I want to create something even better for my daughter. And not only that, I'm trying to create her into a better leader than me. I want her better than me. So I have to be on top of my stuff. I have to, for her. And that's how I hold myself accountable now. It's like, I look at her and I'm like, okay, you need to step up and do this, do that, and that's just how I am. But you always have someone in the community in your ear kind of saying, if you're lacking in some way or if they need something.
How will you advocate? Well, you kind of touched on this a little bit, but if you can elaborate a little more, how will you advocate for families, seniors, and caregivers? Or that's all a part of your mission that you sent me. How will you advocate for them?
Like I said, is connecting them to their leaders, talking to them. Like we need to canvas more and talk to families. We need to meet with families. We need to have events, hosting events, whether it's for public safety or food equity or healthcare, just all these different things, like host events, invite people there, and make sure that we don't forget our seniors. Because I've talked to some in the community, and they were telling me what they feel, some of the things they feel like that we need. And one thing that bothers them is like they feel like certain other generations don't feel like they need to consult with them, don't feel like they need to talk to them, feel like they know everything. I'm a millennial, so they feel like millennials are like that,
Likewise.
Yeah, and they don't want to be left behind. They want to still be at the table. And in our district, our seniors, they're like the pillar, like whatever's going on, they know. They keep everything safe. They take care of you. Like our seniors are always on it, because a lot of us, are part of the sandwich generation like me, where you're working, but you also have aging parents that you're taking care of, and you have a kid. So we have all these different things going on. So it's a lot of things that we might miss because we got all these different things going on, but the seniors catch it and they're on it. And we have to take care of that, and we have to honor that and make sure that they're aware of things that's going on. And like when it's time to vote, make sure they're able to get to the voting locations. Make sure like they have access to a transportation. So we can do things like that. Create like, and they've done it before, like have buses that pick people up and take them to the voting locations and things. So they have done things like that, but we should definitely continue doing that. Just making sure that we keep them involved.
Got you. So I know in Baltimore City, you guys have you said you're with the party in the terms of the committee and stuff like that. So what my question is, there's the support of, talk to me about, I know transportation and public transportation, and I know you say you're not going to be like a legislator, but you'll be working with them.
Mhm.
But like I know Governor Westmore will be is in support of the Red Line coming back to the city. Talk to me a little bit about that. Do you know more about that, and like what's your take on that? I asked Deontay about that, and he said he was in support of it. So I just wanted your take.
No, I mean, I'm in support of it. And it's something like I think is really exciting that we have more transportation going throughout the city and stuff. Like other states are, I mean, other places might be a little, ahead of us with things, but now we're catching up with it, And I don't know like which way, what was your question again? Like how I would be helping with it, or
Not necessarily helping, but in support of,
yeah,
because
I'm in support. No, I'm definitely in support. We need more transportation. Like I said, like even to get to the grocery stores and stuff, people can't get to them, and jobs. I don't want to put nobody on the spot, but I know somebody who, was trying to go for a job and they turned them down. Why? Because you don't have no transportation. There's no way to get here. Yeah. And then people are stuck in their position, because there's no transportation. It's like a double-edged sword. Like you need the job, you need the car, you need the job to get the car, and So I'm in support of it.
Yeah, because that's the main thing that they ask you on these jobs now, in these applications now. Are you able to commute? And this, that, and the other, and stuff like that. So
So now this widens it. It makes it, it's more accessible. Makes our city more accessible.
Mm-hmm. That's good. No, that's great. Let's see. You're doing great. I'm having to skip through some of my questions because you answered most of them.
Oh no!
No, this is a good thing. This is a great thing.
I saw Deontay's interview. Like he was very like he gave some very great like long answers. But I'm like I'm a little bit more to the point with stuff.
No, everyone has their own way or their own style of interviewing and answering questions. So make the interview your own. Don't worry about
Oh no, I'm not, because
so you're good. So whether you're long-winded, short-winded with your answers, that's fine with me. That's perfectly fine. Well, we're going to get into just take a quick 20-second break. I'm just gonna play my little commercial again, and then we'll play a little game if you don't mind.
Okay.
All right. Hold on 1 second. Let me just.
You're watching a Grayson Media production. Thank you for watching. I'm Grayson. We'll be right back. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to the content. We'll be right back.
This is Grayson Politics Live. I'm Grayson, built on facts, transparency, accountability. Like, follow, and subscribe. Support on Cash App and Zelle.
Okay, so we are back. Thank you. Um, Now, normally, since I had to skip through a couple of questions, normally we push through, but we're pushing through. That's fine. No, normally I try to push the show for like an hour or something, but
Uh-huh.
you are on point with your so you let me stump. So we're gonna skip over to the interactive part of my favorite part, as I like to say, of the interview, the rapid fire. So I'm gonna give you 10 questions, and they're just gonna be random, something for you to get to know uh, your constituency, to get to your future constituency. I'm gonna speak into existence to get to know you. Um, so, favorite place to eat in District 45?
Ooh. Oh, so we got some good places. Um, my favorite place is Bertha's. I love Bertha's. Like, do you eat mac and cheese?
Love mac and cheese.
They got some good mac and cheese. And
Oh,
I don't eat mac and cheese like that, but I eat their mac and cheese.
okay.
Got some good baked turkey and rice and stuff. They have karaoke night. So it's like that's my place. Like definitely when I'm in the mood for some mac and cheese, I'm like, okay, I'm going to Bertha's.
Okay, I'll be in Baltimore within the summer. I have a good friend of mine um who I visit pretty frequently. She's not an elderly woman, but
Mhm.
she's up there and she's like a mentor to me, and
Oh,
I her
that's good.
frequently. She's I think she's on the west side or whatever.
Mhm.
But I'll definitely hit you up before.
Y'all, y'all come over east,
Yeah,
northeast, and
yes,
come get something to eat.
yes.
You'll see, like, cause my mom makes the best mac and cheese, but
Mhm.
they're like
They come close.
they second place. I have to give them second.
They
Cause my
come
mom wants to
close.
see this. So
Sure, yep. Make sure you shout out mom first. Yep.
yeah.
Okay, so birthdays, perfect. I'll make note of that.
Hmm.
One Baltimore tradition you love on the east side.
Baltimore tradition that we we have different traditions. I'm trying to think.
Hmm.
Um it's not I don't know if it's like considered a tradition, but I do love we have like jazz nights
Okay.
where we can just it's like in Broadway East. It's like we have like jazz nights where we can just have like the lawn chairs out and stuff like that and just listen to live jazz music. Um and it brings everyone together and everyone can just like relax and just have good evenings, good nights and stuff. So I really like that. That's something that we do.
Nice. Nice. One issue you would fix overnight once you get elected, if you could.
Okay, well, like I said, we're not
I
legislators.
know, I know, I know. I'm sorry. Go
But
ahead.
no. But one thing I do plan on working on
Mhm.
is healthcare. Healthcare is like a huge issue for me. Um, I've gone through health stuff. My daughter gone through health stuff.
Mhm.
My parents, everyone's going through some health stuff,
It's
and
hard.
nobody can pay for their bills. The bills are high, and people insurance was dropped, and all. I wanted to I want to change that. Like I believe in free healthcare. I don't know what other people believe, but that's what I believe. I believe healthcare should be free. I believe education should be free. I believe utilities should be free. So those are things that I plan on working on. Whether I'm elected or not, I'm going to be working on those things.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I always um look at it as if the the message, I know you get elected. That's not no doubt about that. But my the act of service, I
Mhm.
like that answer. That no matter whether you get elected or not, the mission and the goal, that means you really have a passion that for people and that you really want to help people, as we say in hospitality.
No,
So I love that. that answer. Um, times are hard out here, even up here in Jersey where I'm based.
Mhm.
And we have I know you guys have well, over here we have PSE&G, that's our utility company, but I know down here you have
You
BGE.
got me.
Yeah, and
That is something else.
yeah, and
I don't want to get on that one.
it's crazy.
Uh,
Utilities. I mean, it's just crazy. So, I'm a big proponent of um healthcare. I'm in a union, but where we have decent healthcare, but it's nothing like having it for free.
mhm.
If Canada can do it and they're like what,
Really?
half the size of what we are, why
Every
can't
place
we?
is doing it. Like it's us that's not doing it. And then we're paying other countries to do it, but we are not doing it for ourselves. So, and we can. I mean, we look at this war that's going on, like all this money being spent on this war can be spent on our people. And it's not happening. And that's a whole different thing where, you know, I feel like we
I
need to replace. We feel like we need to replace a lot of people,
No, I agree. I agree.
and it's on both sides. That we need to replace some people, and that's why it's important for people to take like the position that I'm running for. Take it seriously. You never heard of it before. Most people haven't. You haven't heard of it before, but take it seriously because who you put in this position is going to link you to the people who are, in charge. They're going to listen to what they should be anyway, listening to your concerns and trying to help you, trying to help change things. And it's not going to happen overnight, but you want people that's going to do the work.
Correct. My next question you already answered, Bertha's.
Right.
See, I still remembered, so I'll be hitting you up.
It's easy to remember.
2 weeks before I come down there, I'll be hitting you up to.
No, seriously, let me know, and then I'll take y'all over there.
Yes, most definitely. East Baltimore in one word.
Strong. We have a saying, 45th strong. We say 45th strong, and we have a history of strength. Whether it's like civil rights stuff, people advocating for housing, advocating for like the public safety stuff. Like our district fights, and we're strong and we're resilient. That's the kind of people I grew up with. That was my neighbors. That's my neighbors now. So that's us as a community, strong.
I love that. Favorite community event outside the jazz. Favorite community.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah. I love. So we have. Well, let's see how to say this.
Mm-hmm.
We have a resident who's like, he's been like one of my, I don't say like friends, mentors, and he has his community days for the kids. So all the kids get to come out, and what he did was, he adopted a lot, and he built on that lot. So it was a lot that the city, nobody was doing nothing with it. It was dirt. And I helped like in the process of it, like because I used to be a community development intern for a community, for a neighborhood association.
Okay.
And so it was my job to do like basically just a lot of community work, like knocking on doors and getting stuff made for residents, things like that. But anyways, a lot of the community helped build the lot. They put like this big what they call it's like a mini house. It's like a mini house.
The tiny houses.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, that he built on there. And just he have benches on it with some of our leaders that's passed away.
Okay.
Yeah, and he just has events like every year for the kids to um, come out and play and have fun. And we have music. He has horses. I mean, he go all out for these kids in the city that, you know, growing up, like the only time I saw a horse anyway is when the fruit guy came, because the fruit guy came with the horse and the fruit and stuff. But these kids get to ride on the horse, you know, and he just opens them up to different things and he keeps them off the street, you know. So I just love the community days that we have, like in the summer, with him.
No, God bless him. In
Mhm.
reference towards what he's doing for the community and your partnership with him.
Mhm.
Uh, I always believe in when I was growing up, my mother used to keep me busy, you know, because I wasn't a bad kid, but when I noticed that when me looking back that when I didn't have anything to do, I would get into a little trouble. And
Yeah.
when I'm talking about trouble, I'm talking about around the house trouble, nothing outside or anything like that. But she used to steady keep me in summer camps and this that, and the other or whatever. And then, you know, then I would go over to my grandmother's house or whatever after that or whatever. But keeping me busy and those summer programs, you know, they had me, you know, well now everything is being gentrified and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But back then we used to clean lots and make gardens and stuff like that.
Well,
And so
that,
it's
yeah.
about you know, so I really commend that gentleman that you brought up for that's really brings it's the real personification of community.
Yeah, and what we need to do, because there were some things that happened with the lot issue, where they tried to take it away from him and told him to take everything down. So the community was kind of fighting back, you know, at it. But what I want to say is that when we have community members stepping up doing things like that, like committing their time, their sweat, their equity, and all that stuff, like we have to appreciate that and we have to support them and acknowledge that, you know, because people, you know, we acknowledge everything else, but we need to acknowledge when people are doing good, when people are doing good things for us, so they can continue doing that, so they have the strength to keep doing it. We have to support them. We have to understand, um, like we have to understand like what they're actually doing, like the impact of their work, you know, because while they're doing that to him, no one's asking, you know, well, does it help keep the kids off the street? Are the kids happy? No, you know, so we need to start like really appreciating when people do things do things good in the community.
No, I agree. I don't know, like I don't like stuff like that,
No,
but
I don't.
they I don't know. I consider myself an outsider because I don't live over
Right.
there, but it, the Grayson Politics will reach out to Mayor Scott. That's Mayor Scott down there, right? Is that
Yeah,
right?
but yeah, and I think some people probably reached out to him,
Okay.
figure out what to do. Um, yeah, but that happened, and um, I only said that just to say we have to acknowledge when people doing good things.
Yes,
When people are making an impact, we have to acknowledge that.
I agree.
Just understand what they're actually doing.
Are you a morning or a night person, especially now during your campaign?
Oh, I'm always a night person. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been a night person. And like I'll get my best ideas at night. Like when I'm sleepy, I get my best ideas. Like everything just come together and stuff. I don't know why, but it does. But I'm definitely like a night person. So I'm getting older, so sometimes I'll be like, oh, you need to take you up behind the bed. But I'm still like a night person.
I am a night person too. For my 9 to 5, I told you I work in hospitality, so
Right.
I work on the overnights and I do my best thinking. When I'm preparing, matter of fact, when I was preparing for the show last night, I worked and my bosses, I don't care if they're watching, but
Right.
I do when preparing for the show. I do my best thinking at night. I don't know what it is, but during the daytime, I have to keep moving and running errands or whatever. But yes, I do that.
I remember in college, like it'll be nighttime, knowing I got a paper due. I done broke the whole paper like in one night. I'm like, this gonna get done. That's horrible to say because people gonna be like, oh, she procrastinate. Well, I did to get through.
My mother used to do the same thing, say the same thing to me when it came to high school. And she was like, you doing this last minute and you knew about this 2 weeks ago. But I don't know, it's something about that anxiety and that crunch time.
Yes.
And then I used to get A's on the paper.
Yes,
I used to come home. I'm like, look, Ma. So I'm like, look, I guess it paid off.
What they call that? They gotta call that something. I don't know. I would get A's too. And I'm like, this is working. So
good payoff.
Yeah.
My next question. One local business outside of what is it? Bertha's?
Yeah.
One local business you to support, I should say.
Ooh, one local business to support.
Or many, not just one. Name some in your district.
One local business to support. Like I know we have like this store that's owned by black women that sells like beautiful clothes, like really trendy clothes and nice shoes. I can't wear the shoes because I don't wear no large heels or nothing, but it's like really like nice shoes, like nice clothes and stuff. And where she's located at though is challenging because honestly it's a lot of crime in that area. It's very busy. But she would, that's somebody to support though. Come out, support, look at, her clothes. I'm trying to think of the name because it's called Bling something. I'm so sorry. I don't want, but if someone hit me up and want to know, I'll give the name. Because I've been in there and, drive past and stuff. And I'll just be like, dang, it's unfortunate that all this stuff is going on like right here. But she's still doing her thing. She's still up doing her thing.
Good.
So yeah.
Finish this sentence. District 45 deserves blank.
What comes to mind is that District 45 deserves honest leadership. They deserve to be listened to, advocated for. They deserve to be involved. They deserve to be fought for. They deserve to be at the table. They deserve all the good things, like everything that I mentioned, before that I would like to play a part in. So, we deserve leadership that's really going to come through for us and not put power over people, because that goes for overall Baltimore City period. But sometimes leaders are more focused on the gaining power than really serving the people that they've been elected to serve. And we really need to move away from that on all levels of government. We really need to start thinking and not letting smiles and handshakes fool us, but just like really, consider who you're voting for, So I feel a little deep about that part because I care a lot, and I know that I don't have a political background. My family is not in politics, so I'm learning along the way. But what I do know is myself, and I know that I'm not out for the power. I'm out to empower my community. But and make sure they know the power that they have. Forget that. Like, you have power. Know that. Don't let people tell you that you don't. You do. And you have to, use it. Like, use your power to make the community better. Like, vote, like, vote. So people don't want to, like, I've had doors slammed in my face, but it's like, it's important. Like, you got to vote.
That's only part of the process.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we come to the closing segment of the interview. Tiffany, the floor is yours. This is your opportunity to speak directly to the voters. What is your final message and that you want to leave with the people of District 45?
Well, the one thing I want to say really quick, I didn't say, it was in the food equity part. I do want us to invest more in our farms. We have local farms in our district that we should be investing in, have them come out to teach the community, teach the kids how to farm. And that's another way for us to have food security. So, us really, investing in the farms and stuff that we have, because we have a few of them. So, and there's some people in the city that's doing, that's growing things in their backyards, so we need more of that, like being taught that. So that was something I want to mention. I didn't mention before.
No, I wish, over here, Jersey, they call it the Garden State, but that's more of the southern part of the state. And I wish I had a green thumb and a house I rent, but I wish I had a house too, have a backyard with so I can have a little garden and a green thumb to grow my own vegetables, because it's a big difference from when you buy it from the supermarket or something like that or whatever, and teach, especially the young people to grow their own produce.
Yeah. I definitely need to be taught, because, like, don't give me no plant, because it ain't gonna go too well in 2 days. So that's why we need that. I need to learn it too. Like, we need to learn these things to have, like, more food security, like, especially with how things going now with the prices and food, like, being bad when we buy it.
Yeah.
Being, like, I don't want to say poison, but like, it's bad produce, and we need to grow our own stuff, and I love that we got Black farmers in the city. When you think of farmer, you probably don't really think of a Black farmer, but we have Black farmers.
Good.
We have that in our district, so that's something I appreciated. But sorry, I went off top, because that was something I wanted to say and it just hit me.
No. Nothing's off topic here at Grayson Politics Live. We talk about everything here. So why should voters choose Tiffany Jones?
Well, you should choose me. I'll say this. We have people running that I know are, like, they're community advocates, like, they do the work. There's people running that do the work. I would say, to answer that question, is to look at who you have now and ask yourself, like, how have you served me? And then maybe, you might want to change the direction of your vote if you feel like you have not been served the right way, or, maybe you feel like you have, but, you might want to change the direction of your vote. So vote for me, because I'm genuine, I work hard. From this district, like, I was born and raised in this district, went to school here, like, I have my family here. I'm raising my daughter here, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be in this district. Regardless of how anything goes, I'm still going to be in this district. I'm still going to be putting in the work. But just know, voting for me, you'll have someone that is going to listen to you and bring your concerns to your leadership, connect you with your leadership, help you figure out how to create legislation. So people don't know that you can create legislation yourself. You can work with your public official to create, legislation. It's an idea. You take your idea to them, talk to them about it, go to a group that supports your idea. It's things that you can do to voice your concerns and how you feel things need to be changed. So that would be my job to do, is to help make that happen. So you have and me, you have a leader that's actually going to have your back. And I'm not out for power. I don't come from this stuff. So if you kind of want something fresh, you want to move from something different, I follow my own steps. And no one can, I listen, to people, but I don't listen to people. I'm going to do things the way I feel serves my community the best. You want an independent thinker. You don't want people that always fall in line. You don't want yes people. So look at the people who serving you and see, are they yes people? Are they independent thinkers? It depends on what you're looking for. So hopefully I answered that okay.
You answered that great. And where can people follow your campaign and get involved in your district?
Oh, that's great. So my website is www.tiffanyformaryland.com. Tiffany, regular way you spell it, is not spelled different, like nothing special. Tiffanyformaryland.com. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. I'm learning TikTok. Okay. Which is crazy. But I'm trying to learn TikTok. I don't have that much stuff up, but yeah. But you can always send me a message through my website or through those pages, and I'll get back to you. If you want, if you just want to meet, talk, if you want a lawn sign or something like that, just let me know, and I got you.
Got it. Yeah, that's how I reached out to her. So she's very transparent and reached out to me within a timely fashion. So yes, please do that. Early voting and election reminder.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. So the primary is June the 23rd. Early voting starts June 11th, and I think it's for a week. If you want to do mail-in ballots, you can request them now. So you can request your mail-in ballots now. And voter registration, it happens until I think 21 days before the election. But you also can register to vote during early voting and election day. So you can still register to vote on those days. But that's it. But if you do have any questions about, no matter what district you're from, whoever's watching, if you have any questions about, where's your polling place, things like that, you can reach out to me and I will help you figure it out. So don't, that's fine. No matter what district you are, if you trying to figure out what your polling place is or any other question, just reach out and I'll try to help the best way I can.
Yeah, because vote, no matter what district you're in, voting is important. That's your power, people. That's definitely your power. We've seen that.
We're seeing it now.
We're seeing it now. Hopefully, we'll see it in the midterms.
Yeah, we're seeing it. We're seeing it now with everything that's happening. Is to people. They have a whole plan in place to keep people from voting.
Yeah.
And then it kind of gets me when people say, well, your vote, our vote don't matter. Then why are they doing all this?
Exactly.
Why would they go through such extremes if your vote doesn't matter? Your vote does matter. Really embrace your power and start voting the right people in, because look at the mess that we're in right now. It's because you don't think that your vote matters, and your vote matters. So really start grasping that it is powerful and that you control who leads you. And also you think about if you want to lead yourself. We just need more people to step up and, I find that sometimes it's like the wrong people are leading. Something like the people who don't want to lead should lead. I don't know if you know, but it's like step up and do this thing. If you feel it's in you, step up and do it.
No, I agree. Most definitely, and we'll be in touch. I first of all, I want to thank you for coming on the platform.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you to my supporters too, because people been like really having my back and I appreciate it. And I appreciate you. So, thank you so much.
No, most definitely. We're a growing platform here, so we started off in December 2025, and we're just 2 subscribers, and now we're at 3,200
That's right.
growing. So
Yeah.
hopefully, we'll be. I'm trying to push it to 5,000 slowly but surely, organically. I don't want anything, but I wanted to get the message out. I saw I do my research, and I saw your platform and your mission statement, and I like what you're about. And God willing, we'll have you on when you win. So we'll have you back, and we thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And remember to let me know when you on this side.
We'll
I'm taking you from the west side to the east side.
Yeah.
You're gonna see the difference. You're gonna see who Heart of the City is. Heart of the City is District 45.
District 45, most definitely. You hear that, Deontay? You gotta
I
run.
don't smoke with Deontay though.
No, I'm sure when you both will be elected, you'll be working in hand with each other. You can, how do I say this? You can well, in my business, in hospitality, me doing it for so long, in 17 years, me checking people in, checking people out, and stuff like that, talking to people over the phone and stuff. You get a good sense of people's character, and you know how to read people. And you and Deontay definitely have that it factor of service for the people. Um, so yeah, I really think I really know. I don't think I know. You guys will be great going forward, and we'll definitely have you back when you get elected.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, we thank you, Tiffany, for your time. That is it for Grayson Politics Live. Next week we'll be having a young lady running for Congress, so stay tuned. She's based in Maryland as
That's
well.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna be looking at that.
She's based in Maryland as well. And so definitely look forward to that, to the audience. And we having a lot of Maryland people.
That's good.
And so yeah, so I'm not in opposition of that.
Yeah.
We have everyone. We consider us a national show, so we have everyone from all over. We had someone from Iowa before. So yeah, so we go all over and reach out to anyone who wants to come on the platform to reach out to their community. But we definitely thank you, Tiffany. You have a great
putting the information out too.
Say that.
Thank you for educating the community and putting the information out. And thank you.
Don't go nowhere, Tiffany. We're gonna talk on the back end. I'm just gonna end the stream here, and thank you, and everyone. You have a great night. Make sure you tune in to Grayson Politics Live next week at 7:30 on Monday. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Grayson Media, a Grayson Media Inc. production. We'll see you on the next show. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Grayson out.